morning, my tubitors and tubulettes and tubularellos. This is January 31st, the day after the Fairlane landed. Look at what I'm looking at. Well, I guess you are. Sorry. But got them all lined up, smiling and grinning. And each one has an engine now and runs and drives. The one in the middle won't stop, and the charging system's not hooked up yet. And my little super bug, Elizabug, it runs and stops. And I got to put a energizing wire on the alternator, otherwise it fires up and charges good and does everything. Isn't that lovely? Don't that nice? I got the two trucks talking to each other. That may be next. The concrete pouring trailer is gone. I hauled it off and put it around back. My neighbor's coming in, bless his heart. And it's a beautiful day. It's like 69 degrees, and there's a little bit of a breeze, just enough to let you have the smell of these pines, which is just fragrant as anything. The yellow bug and trailer is gone. I landed it down there. Excuse the shaky cam, my legs are goobed up. But look at that. Ain't she happy down there? Yay! It's out of the way and it's safe. So there it is. And I give y'all a rundown now. My little Morse miner, love dearly, that is what's going in the other side of the little lean-to there. So I'll have Harold, bless his heart, and I'll have my other little British rascal in there. And get tired of working on one, I'll work on the other one. But Harold is going to be next. Harold is before anything else. And I've been cleaning the shop up some. I got a whole bunch of Volkswagen stuff out of here. And there'll be some more out of here. And a whole bunch of this stuff will be off on the other side. So I'll have lots of room to play with Harold. That roof is going to be up somewhere. I don't know, up in the ceiling or something like that. I don't know. If this was Scott Best, he'd just grab it and have it up in the rafters in just a little bit. So that and the turtle hull, the trunk, the boot lid will be up there too, out of the way, and I'll be finishing up the rust on the body, and that'll be next. I've got the running gear ready to go. Even rebuilt the drive shaft and new U-joints and all sorts of cool stuff. Okay, Fairlane. The Fairlane project will be, I'll be looking for bargain parts because most of my money will be going on Harold. I put the headlight ring, stuck them on there just for a little bit. And the little Fairlane will be after, where is he? After the Morse miner, I imagine. So I can have lots of thoughts and lots of things to think about this. I do have that 428 engine that can be put together and built, probably the same amount of money that this small block would take. But however, I don't know. The numbers on this engine, the heads are marked 289, and they got an A1 here in the corner, which I used to know this stuff back when I would note stuff. A1. It's not the high performance heads. It doesn't have screw-in studs. It doesn't have the tight guides for the rocker, for the push rods. It just looks like probably a 67 or 8 head design. And the intake numbers are C8ZE 9425, which is a Mustang number. And the carburetor is, these are really good 4-barrel carburetors. If you ever seen one, they're really good. People are just scrambling for them now. They're very tunable. They just don't give any trouble. And I put one on my GT. I had an 85 GT Mustang, and it had a big old Holly looking thing on it. And I put one of these off one of my old big blocks. This one here is rated as a big block one. Carburetor tag is a C5AF-F. I put that on that little Mustang GT, and it jumped straight in the air when I gas it. And that's something. If it'll outdo a Holly, I always thought Holly was just like a toilet. You hit the button and it just flushed all the fuel out of it, and you can go for hours. But evidently these spray pretty good. And it's all there, by golly. It's stuck, but it's all there. So I got at least a small block that I know of. And it's got the bolt pattern back here on the bell housing looks normal. But it's got a transmission in it that I've never seen before in my lifetime. It's, near as I could tell, it's a Ford-o-matic, Cruise-o-matic, something-matic, 2-speed automatic. I didn't know they would hook to this pattern engine, but it did. And it's happy in there. And it's fluid, it's not one of them old air-cooled ones. So, 2-speed, huh? I built lots of 2-speed, I built lots of 2-speed Paraglides for hot rodders. But I don't know if this is any good or not. Who knows? This will have to be visited later down the trail. Floorboards look good. I power washed them and got that crap everywhere. But it's got a automatic. This is an automatic looking shifter Pernodal. And it's got some goofer gauges. This is some kind of silly tachometer. Hey, yeah. And the headlining is goobed up, of course. And that's the way it is. So, y'all wanted to know, it's an original black car, according to the door thing here. It's a black car with made in Kansas City, and supposed to have a 260 4-speed with some kind of a low-speed rear end. I used to know, but I forgot it now. And I hope it's still got that low-speed rear end. But we don't know. The worst thing about the body, besides somebody having it stripped the paint off of it and let it sit, is this right here. Somebody put a quarter on it right here, and if you can see, they did about the same kind of job that I would probably do. Look at all this junk and look at that. Can you see that welding? Or kind of this stuff here? Golly, that may have to be addressed. Oh, and it used to have the pretty trim on the side, and I looked and looked and looked, and this trim evidently is pretty expensive. It's like $1,000 for a set of it. and that's used price. So these holes may be filled in, but it's going to be black like it used to be. And the trunk is good, and that's alright. I don't know what kind of red paint they used, but it sure didn't do good. This side's good. Quarters, rockers. I'm impressed that this thing ain't just got big holes all over it. There. It does have one bullet hole. So at least I won't have to shoot this one that's already been pre-shot. Wonder where that went too. Oh, it must have been a 22. It didn't go through there.